Alright, this is my review of the Helinox Ground Chair. This was sent to me by Helinox so I could do a review on it, and then we're going to put it up as a competition prize in the next week or so. Whole setup weighs about 590 grams and the dimensions are 30 centimeters by 11 by 11, so it's ultra lightweight, and it does pack down really well. You can see it's sort of two lengths of my hand, so it's nice and compact and small. The maximum weight of the chair is 120 kilos, so thankfully I'm under that, and my brew is almost ready, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to give it a shot. The ground chair is made from super strong DAC TH72M alloy. Now, I didn't know anything about this alloy when I first heard about it. When I looked into it, it's actually used for all the high-end quality tent poles, so all the expedition tents that they take to the extreme environments on Earth. That material is what's used for all of the poles, so it's super strong but it's really lightweight, and that's the fundamental concept for all of Helinox's products: maximum strength with minimum weight. They've got some hiking poles and a few other products as well, and that they all use that same alloy. Helinox has got a page on their website that explains the alloy, how it's made, the process of making it. I believe is actually better for the environment than some other ones. There's some oxidization processes which are a lot better. I'll put the link in the video and also up on the GoneBush website, so be sure to check it out. Now I'm going to set up the chair and sit back and see how it goes. Okay, so you can see that the chair was pretty straightforward to set up. I'm actually sitting in it now. It is surprisingly comfortable. The frame makes a couple of funky noises here and there, but it feels really, really strong and really sturdy. The support on my back is lovely. I think this is probably the comfiest I've felt going on a hike in a long time. I usually just take one of the little fold-up tripod chairs, and it has its job and it's good, don't get me wrong, but this feels really, really comfortable. I could definitely get used to this. I guess the difference between this and one of those fold-up chairs, the fold-up chairs are longer but thinner. You could probably strap them to the outside of your pack. You could strap this to the outside of your pack, but it's definitely a little bit bulkier from that perspective, so you probably just weigh up the bulkiness just with the sheer comfort though, because like I said, it is really, really comfy. I'm going to keep sitting in this while I have my lunch and my coffee, and I'm going to keep using it throughout the day as well. But I can definitely say that it is a very comfy chair to be sitting in. And let's sit back and relax a little bit. Well, I've been kicking back in my Helinox Ground Chair, and I must admit I'm very, very impressed with it. It is very, very low to the ground, as you can see, but it is super, super comfy. I'm very impressed with the comfort of it. I'm very impressed with the strength and the flexibility of the poles as well. I'm about 90 kilo, and it's holding me up without any issues whatsoever. And even when I'm stretching and I'm moving around a little bit, the poles seem to be flexing and bending and doing everything that they need to do to keep me and my back supported. Probably the two gripes I've got so far, one, it is very, very low, as you can see, so getting in and out is a little bit of a chore. I'm not the most flexible of people on the planet, so I'm finding it a little bit of a struggle just to get out, but look, that's my problem more than the chair's problem, I guess. And you do need all four feet of the chair on a very flat surface. I almost stacked it earlier because one of the back legs was not sitting absolutely perfectly, so it tipped back a little bit. But again, probably more my fault than the chair's fault, but it does say in the instructions that it needs to be on flat ground, so possibly where other chairs with a smaller base surface area might get away with being a little bit more on uneven ground and things like that, the chair does need a fairly decent bit of flat ground. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying it, and it's really, really comfortable. Okay, so the Helinox Ground Chair, my overall verdict. Last night I fell asleep in front of the fire sitting in the chair. I'd had a little splash of wine, but it was so comfy and it was so relaxing where I was camping. I fell asleep. So that means that the chair is super, super comfortable. The support that you get for your lower back and your upper back as well, the bucket seat bit for your bum, it's really, really comfortable. You can stretch your legs out, and like I said, I fell asleep in front of the fire last night. That's never happened to me before on a camping or hiking trip when I've been taking different styles of chairs or different designs of chairs. So for me, that's a big positive. The cons, it is expensive, but I guess you're paying for that comfort and that 100% satisfaction that you know you're going to be comfortable regardless of where and how you're roughing it. The other two gripes I guess I've got about the chair are the same as what I discussed yesterday, and that is that it is very low to the ground. For someone like myself to get up and out, and if I'm pottering about the camp and moving about a fair bit and sitting down, getting up, sitting down, getting up, it can be quite challenging. And the second one is just that you have to have all 4 points of the chair really on a flat surface. There was a couple of times when I was stacked in, and there was a couple of times where I was repositioning and it wasn't 100% flat. It was a little bit like that, and I was slipping out the chair, and the chair was leaning forward a little bit, and it was more on the front two than like equally spread across all 4 points. They are minor gripes though, I must admit, and if I'm thinking about it, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. I've also been reading on the packaging here, the ground chair won a Red Dot Design Award. It was the winner in 2014, and it says that the Helinox Ground Chair was selected from more than 15,000 submissions representing 70 countries, and it's an international product design award. So kudos to Helinox for designing and making something that's winning design awards as well. My overall verdict, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.